So what a tremendous gift to me to get to introduce GLAAD's Spirit of Justice honoree tonight. GLAAD's Spirit of Justice Award honors someone whose work and achievements reflect a profound dedication to GLAAD's ideals of a just and equitable society. And I cannot think of a person more deserving of this award than tonight's honoree. Kylar Broadus is a trailblazing transgender rights pioneer. He's a brilliant and visionary lawyer and strategist. His work for more than 30 years in the movement in advocacy is unparalleled in its volume and creativity. He's the founder of the Trans People of Color Coalition, as well as the Transgender Law and Policy Institute. He currently sits on the board of the National Black Justice Coalition and has made substantial contributions to the work of nearly every national LGBTQ rights organization. He was pivotal in drafting and moving forward major federal civil rights legislation, including the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crimes Act, the Employment Non-Discrimination Act, and now the Equality Act. Kylar was the first out transgender person to testify before the United States Senate nearly 10 years ago. His work with GLAAD to find and lift up the voices and stories of people of color harmed by Trump's military ban was pivotal in ultimately defeating the ban. And I am personally grateful to Kylar for sharing his own family's story in such powerful ways at a critical time in the litigation. Perhaps most striking about Kylar's work is that he brings to national advocacy the real-world, on-the-ground experience of what it's like to represent clients as a small-town lawyer in some of the most conservative jurisdictions in the country. He's worked on legal issues ranging from criminal defense to eviction, to employment, to civil rights, and beyond. But beyond his work and accomplishments, it's my honor to get the chance to personally thank Kylar for the love, support, and inspiration that he's provided to me and other leaders in the movement. So this next part is really addressed directly to Kylar. I've been struggling to remember when we first met because it feels like you've always been alongside me, not just in doing this work, but in also making me laugh and helping me keep in perspective the place that our work has in each of our lives. I think we met at one of the early True Spirit conferences, and for those who don't know, the True Spirit was a gathering for the social, physical, emotional, and spiritual health of gender-variant people on the FDM spectrum and their significant others, which is a mouthful. But it was an extraordinary coming together of all kinds of people across the spectrum of gender, race, class, religion, and beyond. And it was a place to make connections, learn about yourself and others, and create community at a time when very little existed. So tonight, in addition to honoring you for all the work you have done for the movement, I want to honor you for all the things you do for people in the movement. This is to Kylar. Kylar, you are always willing to help, which is remarkable. Enough said. You genuinely believe in our political systems. Your work and the organizations which you have created and supported are grounded in the values of democracy, which against all odds you cherish. You honor the individual voices of our community. You live the principles of justice, liberty, and equality. Your deep understanding of the real-world conditions facing LGBTQ people comes from being an out, proud, African-American transgender man and lawyer, living and representing clients facing daily struggles to survive. You know that to make real change, you, we, all of us, have to meet people where they are. You know that top-down solutions don't work, and you know in your bones the enormous value of changes that may be viewed as incremental by some, but that make enormous life-altering differences in the everyday lives of people struggling for their most basic needs: housing, food stability, maintenance of family relationships, and employment. Kylar, we are, all of us, so grateful for your leadership and decades of public service, especially in this moment when the potential for great harm to our democracy and to our community can feel overwhelming. Your example of moral clarity and courage is the inspiration and reminder we need that we must keep faith and all do our part. And while it's but a small gesture relative to the contributions you have made, it's my honor to present you GLAAD's Spirit of Justice Award, reflecting our gratitude, appreciation, and admiration. And he has been listening to all of this tribute to him, and please join me in welcoming to the stage our 2021 Spirit of Justice honoree, Kylar Broadus.